Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I want to do a buy or sell, but for a different Superman movie that almost happened in the 90s, but it didn't happen. So I want to know if you guys would have liked to have seen it, or are you glad it didn't happen, sell it. I mostly got this idea for the buy or sell because I recently saw The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. It's a documentary that was made by John Schnapp, if you guys know him from various different superhero stuff online. Collider, Heroes. Great dude, really cool documentary that he made. And this is what the movie was going to be. It was going to be directed by Tim Burton. Wow, the guy who did Batman 89 and Batman Returns was going to do a Superman movie. That almost blows my mind that he would even be attracted to doing a Superman character, a Superman movie. Just his personality, it's weird. They must have been paying him a crap load of money to entertain the thought, because you know that the film would have been different. It would have been unique, sure, but it would have been really dark. And as much as I want the bright, like the positivity that Superman brings, is that the type of Superman that Burton would have made? I almost doubt it, but I'm still too curious, especially because he cast Nicolas Cage as Clark Kent, Superman, and that kind of blows my mind. That just makes me like, on initial value, I don't see it. I don't see Nick Cage playing a convincing Clark Kent, first of all, a nerdy guy, glasses and whatnot. In the documentary, you see that this version of Clark wasn't going to be so nerdy. He was going to be maybe a little cooler, but just different. And would we have embraced this much of a different version of the character, Clark? I don't know. At least Nicolas Cage has a love for the character. He does love Superman, so he's going to be bringing so much of his own, probably personal, just thoughts and ideas. He's going to be invested in playing this character right. And some of the pictures and the behind-the-scenes footage of Nick Cage in costume fittings and him wearing the Superman outfit, he looks great. And it's weird to say that because, again, it's Nick Cage, but when you see him in the suit, like, the suit looks good. I think he could have pulled at least the Superman part of it off. Maybe not the Clark Kent of it, but the Superman, I actually was sold. Lois Lane, there was a couple of different actresses that could have gotten the part. Sandra Bullock apparently was rumored for it, which I almost love. I love the idea of her playing Lois Lane. Jimmy Olsen would have been in the movie, but instead played by Chris Rock. I know. And I'm somebody who complained about the Jimmy Olsen, the James Olsen that we have on the Supergirl TV show. Not because he's black, but more so because he's big and handsome and just not the character at all. So at least Chris Rock would have been more like the Jimmy Olsen as far as goofy and the comic relief and Superman's best friend. Like, at least he would have been closer to the character than what we're currently getting of Jimmy Olsen. So at least there's that. I'm just hoping that it wouldn't be too annoying. The main villain was supposed to be Brainiac, somebody who was going to get created in a secret lab in Lex's building. He would have been this big head which had spider legs on him because for some reason somebody at Warner Brothers was obsessed with seeing Superman fight something with spider legs. I don't know. At least they were gonna have Brainiac in the movie, though. I give them props for that. In this movie, we were gonna see Superman fight Doomsday. Can you imagine? I know the 90s, early 90s was when The Death of Superman, the comic book, came out and it was a big, huge hit. So I can see why maybe Warner Brothers was so quick to take that story and do something with it. But, like, Superman was gonna die at the halfway point of this movie. Doomsday was gonna kill him. They were gonna kill each other. And then Superman was going to get resurrected in the same movie. And he would have had the black suit and long hair. Like Kevin Smith, for example, wrote a script for the movie where all the superheroes would come around for his funeral and Batman would deliver a speech to the city and to the world and bring everybody's hopes back up. And I love that as a comic book like nerd. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. But I guess the studio was like, what the fuck? And didn't want to do that. So you just have him come back on his own. He would tear down the grave, the monument for him to basically say, I'm alive, bitches. You don't need this anymore. I don't know. I'm not saying I would have loved this movie. I'm not saying this would have been the best movie ever. I'm just saying that I'm far too curious how this movie would have turned out. More so because after watching this documentary, I'm like, man, what would have happened with this? So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Would you have wanted to see the death of Superman, Superman Lives, whatever it was going to be called? Would you have wanted to see this movie in the 90s with Tim Burton, with Nicolas Cage? Or do you think, no, it would have been a train wreck, it would have sucked? I'm glad they waited until 2006 and Superman Returns or Man of Steel. You're glad they waited, that they pushed it off. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!